Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my videos. Hope you're doing well. My name is Isha and I'm a life coach. Today, I'm gonna talk about how we judge ourselves and others in the blink of an eye. One snap, one thought, and the story is written. But what if those instant judgments are the real life? Our society has taught us to always judge things, people, and situations as either right or wrong. With this clear sense of judgment, we end up becoming the right or wrong person in the eyes of society we live in. But the truth is, we rarely know the full story of what someone is going through or what a situation is truly about. And even though we are not fully aware of it, we still come to a conclusion, labeling it as right or wrong. For example, you must have experienced this in your own life. Someone has been triggering you or trying to annoying you for a longer period of time, and you have been trying to ignore it. But then one day you finally express yourself, maybe a bit aggressively, and perhaps over something small. But since others only see that one small moment of annoyance, they say you are overreacting. But the truth is that person or situation have been bothering you for a long time. So is that judgment really fair or true? Of course, no one is saying aggression is justified, but still, do others truly know the whole story? Right? So basically, we are mostly not aware of the whole story before passing a judgment. At other times, we judge the life situations that have happened or are happening to us as either right or wrong. But in most of the cases, whatever happened is usually something that we manifested either in our lives, knowingly or unknowingly, or it could actually serve our highest good, which we may come to realize later. This again proves that our judgments are usually wrong about people or situations in our life. And you know what? This judgment comes instinctively as we have conditioned since childhood to do so. Be it a person, a place, a position, or anything at all. But another truth is that the moment we judge something or someone, it becomes a part of our own life because we then have to live by the same rules with which we judged others, ultimately falling into the trap of the law of karma, which is universal for everyone, right? Another aspect of judging others is most of the time, judging others do not define who they are. It defines who you are. We make the assumption that everyone sees the life the way we do, think the way we think, feel the way we feel. But in reality, we all have different experiences which constituted our thought processes and our belief systems. We also tend to judge ourselves by the norms of society, like believing that getting good grades means being a good student, or that living according to a societal conditioning makes you a wise and mature person, no matter how much you might be suffering internally. So, we undermine our own well being by judging ourselves through the lens of others. Here again, the judgment might not be right because every person has different experiences through which their belief system and thus their judgments are formed, right? So, and most importantly, we judge others when we are not happy and content with ourselves or our lives. And since we are not happy within, we try to find issues in others to satisfy our ego, to hide our own unhappy feelings, and sometimes make ourselves feel superior to others, which again is a completely false way of coming to a conclusion or passing a judgment. So, how do you refrain yourself from judging people or situations in your life? First and foremost, pause. Pause before giving a judgment or try to accept it as it is. You cannot get your words back, right? See if you can understand where the person may be coming from. Try to rephrase your critical mind into a positive or a neutral phrase, right? Secondly, don't take it personally. This is very important. Most of the time, people have their own issues which has nothing to do with you. Never underestimate the pain of a person because, in all honesty, we all are struggling through different phases of our life. So, some people are just better at hiding it than others. Okay. Thirdly, reframe that situation. Maybe that person is going through something I am not aware of, or maybe they are simply dealing with the problem in a different way than how you do it, right? We have this stronger sense of belief that our way is the only right way to do something. But in reality, people who are not in your road of beliefs does not mean that they are lost, right? We all have a different path to reach our destination. Next is give the person the benefit of doubt. If someone does something they don't usually do, it could be because they are dealing with any issue at that moment of time. Don't judge someone based on a single behavior that might overshadow all their good actions. Okay? Next is feel good about yourself and work on improving yourself and your shortcomings. This truly helps in seeing people with a neutral or positive outlook. When we are happy with who we are, we more readily accept people and situations for what they are. Okay? And last but not the least is stop judging yourself for every small action or incident in your life. You might be having a bad day or dealing with some past experiences that are influencing how you feel now. So instead of judging yourself with thoughts like this is who I am or I won't be like this or that, simply accept your current self while working on improving behind the scenes. You deserve the same understanding and kindness that you are trying to offer others, right? That's all for today. See you in my next video.